This man only got involved in other people's business. Strange child took away his lower body. This woman only hid badly in a game of hide-and-seek and was turned into a zombie by someone. When the world becomes crazier than you can imagine, will you revel in it, or will you try to save it? One restless night, the male protagonist who lives with the orphans in the temple, Wanli Huashan, finally sees a black cat enter the room through the window. Following the cat's lead, he walks step by step to the hall, where he finds a badly injured girl lying on the ground, no longer having a pulse. Before he can be surprised, the head monk of the temple, Jingxi, bursts in, rips open the girl's clothes, and casts a spell on her. Not long ago, the girl who was a corpse suddenly came to life. Strangely, Wanli is not at all afraid, but is instead fascinated by it. However, Jingxi is a person who hides many secrets, often disappearing and coming back with inexplicable injuries. You may not have noticed that your own fate is gradually approaching death. Shortly after moving to the new house, a child named Xiao Liu, who often comes to play at the temple, dies in a school bus accident, along with dozens of other children on the bus. The orphans of Wanli Jihan's temple are devastated. Originally planning to attend the funeral after work, heavy rain falls on the day of the funeral. In a moment of stupor and guilt, little Gui suddenly pushes the curtain and crawls out. At that time, Wanli was working part-time in a small bar. He learned from the news that the revived Xiao Liu was sent to the hospital. After work, he sees the black cat again, and following its lead, he goes to the hospital and reunites with the woman who died and came back to life a year ago, whose name is Zheng Jina. Zheng Jina's purpose in coming to the hospital is to completely kill Xiao Liu. The docile and cute Xiao Liu has become an ugly monster. He stabs and injures Zheng Jina, and when Wanli arrives, Xiao Liu changes back to a child and asks Wanli for help. Wanli is fooled into taking Xiao Liu away. While Wanli is out buying something, Xiao Liu cruelly kills a passerby and takes Wanli to a nearby park, where Wanli sees two emotionless children playing in the heavy rain. It's too strange. Wanli wants to take Xiao Liu away, finally forcing them to reveal their true faces. Turns out they are also children who died in that accident. Seeing the three of them turn into corpses, Wanli realizes that when humans die with a strong obsession, they may mutate into corpses that continue to kill people. Zheng Jina is an agent assigned by the organization to eliminate these corpses. Out of the desire to play, the three children have already killed many innocent passers-by. The injured Zheng Jina fights desperately against the three corpses. As the opponent approaches, the only thing that makes Zheng Jina struggle is when Wanli brings out a painting that his friend had given to Xiao Liu. Seeing the painting, the corpse seems to have some hesitation, and Zheng Jina takes the opportunity to smash the two boys' heads. At this time, Wanli picks up the dying Xiao Liu from the ground. The first monster he encountered was his own friend. He really has no way to persuade himself to hand over Xiao Liu. Until Zheng Jina points a gun at him, he finally has an excuse to give up. This is an unpleasant experience, and this is just a small episode in this desperate world. The scene shifts, and a couple hear a heartbroken baby crying at night. Zheng Jina asked the two people to leave and check the area. She found another victim. It turned out that several unmarried pregnant girls have suddenly died tragically recently, and a business card of a small obstetrics clinic was found in her pocket. On the other day, Wanli slept all day because of a cold, and in his half-awake state, he heard the sound of a baby crying, and the black cat appeared in front of him again. Driven by curiosity, Wanli follows the black cat to the obstetrics hospital and faints at the hospital entrance due to lack of strength. When he wakes up, he hears a girl crying and begging the doctor to take her in. Looking closely, it is Zheng Jiana. Zheng Jiana's purpose is to search the entire clinic and after a long time, she only found a 3-month-old baby. She was convinced that the baby is the culprit. Zhengjiana prepares to take the baby away, but that triggered the powerful monster hidden behind the wall. Zhengjiana and Wanli were attacked and passed out. When they woke up, they found they were tied to the bed by the doctor. It turned out that this monster is the mother of that baby. She was dead during giving birth. The doctor took a scalpel and cut off the monster's skin tissue, wondering if injecting this tissue into a human body can make the human immortal. Under the guise of experiments, the doctor injects a syringe into Zhengjina's skin. When he discovers that Zhengjina's surname is Xinchun, and she kills all the corpses in one stroke, and wants to kill the human doctor as well. Fortunately, Jingxi rushes to stop this. When Wanli woke up, Jingxi pretended everything was just Wanli's dream. But Jingxi was thinking about, how does the doctor know about the corpses, and how does he have the idea of nurturing them? Jingxi goes to ask the doctor but finds that the doctor has been killed by a man in red clothes. After that day, Jingxi and Zhengjina's every move is sabotaged by someone in advance. As for Wanli, he still receives all kinds of care from his brother Jingxi every day. Due to his lingering resentment over the massacre of the Xinchun family, he searches for the information and finds the Xinchun temple, which is now completely ruined, and Zhengjina's name is written on the tombstone. Zhengjina rests there. She is injured after a fierce battle with corpses. For a strange feeling, Wanli always feels that he cannot abandon Zhengjina, so he insists on asking to help her. In this way, he is required to be sent to the battlefield again, and Wanli finally realizes that Jingxi has been quietly becoming Zhengjina's protector for a long time. Jingxi is calm and alert, and only uses props and tools to assist Zhengjina in battle. He is like Zhengjina's battery. As long as he is nearby, Zhengjina's injuries will heal very quickly. After knowing the reason why Jingxi is injured every time he returns, Wanli asks Jingxi not to be Zhengjina's protector anymore, but Jingxi firmly refuses.